What will my future child, what will my baby, what will my kids or kid be like? That's what the topic of today's Pick a Card reading is. I'm Spencer with Tarot Academy, and today we're going to be looking at that future child. So if you're pregnant right now, planning on becoming pregnant, or something else that makes me sound like one of those terrible commercials for some drug, let's see what energies resonate with you. If you've already chosen, by the way, link below. But otherwise, green aventurine, stunning stone will represent pile number 1. Pink quartz, beautiful feminine cupid tier, will represent pile 2. Pile 3, this nice piece of red jade, or as I like to say, dried ketchup. That's number 3. And lastly, for the daughters of Lilith out there, pile number 4. The heaviest, most burdensome stone to my energy, black onyx. Take a moment. Otherwise, if you've chosen already, timestamps below, but we'll be starting with green jade in about 3 seconds. Financially, or how they're perceived by the world, because they'll have both the beauty, the brains, the self-love, the inner peace, and the material desire to push them really hard through the world. So, green jade. Let's get started. All about your future child. I can already tell they're going to be quite elegant based on that little swoosh I did. Nothing nicer than a perfect accordion. We're going to be doing a 9-card spread, of course. This is going to cover the entire spectrum of your child. Now, typically you are either planning on having a child, you're already pregnant with one, or you have a small child already that you've given birth to. So we're going to do the 9-card completion spread. 9 in numerology is completion. And as you can see, I'm shuffling live in front of you right now, so this is a genuine interpretation of the energies surrounding your child and its future. If you would like a complete birth chart analysis of your child's future, as well as a free 3-card tarot reading, you can click the link down below. You can click it now and pause the video, or you can click it after, it doesn't matter. But I'll do a free 3-card pick a card reading for you, and you can ask any question you like. I'll also give you a free birth chart, and if you want it to be for your child, just input your child's birth date, and I'll tell you all about it. Okay, that's pretty heavy. So I draw, interpret, and then just flip it for you. Doesn't change the meaning, it's just a camera angle thing. Now the 8 of Wands reversed. So first of all we have 8. 8 is karma in numerology. What goes around comes around. Remember, it doesn't matter which way 8 is turned, 8 is 8. The 8 of Wands are a card of usually travel by the air. They're a card of winds. You see here sticks flying above a windswept plain, above a river, indicating movement. Reversed, this indicates someone who is likely going to stay close to home. So I would say your newborn, your child, they're likely going to be a homebody. They're likely going to heavily encompass 6 energy. 6 in numerology is the number of the family, the number of staying close to home. It's likely that they won't move too far from you, the parent, you as the mother, as well as the hometown, the home country that they're born in. I don't predict a whole lot of travel for your child because of the 8 of Wands reversed. Oh boy, wow. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups upright. So your child's going to be extraordinarily intuitive, and they're going to look within themselves and journey within themselves. They know that the answers they seek exist not in this physical world, exist not in this material plane, but rather within them, in the soul plane, within the darkness that is their astral self, that is their shadow self, indicated by the moon. They are masters of their emotions. Likely a water sign, though perhaps just heavy water sign energy in their chart. If you don't know what that means, again, you can click down below. We'll get that birth chart going on for them. They are masters of their emotions. Male or female, it doesn't matter what your child is. they're embodying heavy, heavy karmic energy, and they know exactly what must be done. They might even be a 9-life path. I myself am a 9-life path, so already this energy is resonating with me heavily, and it would likely reflect accurately upon your child as well. Very interesting. Oh, the Four of Swords upright. So again, they are at peace with themselves. Your child is at peace with him or herself, with what they must do, with their destiny. They will always, always find solace in solitude. They will find wisdom in solitude. Again, we have a lone figure here, master of their emotions. We have the lack of physical travel. And then here, this would indicate they're going to be travelers of the soul. They're going to be astral travelers, crystal childs. There's something special about them. And this is further heralded by the Four of Swords here, with an individual lying in state, lying in stone, beneath a stained glass window, indicating harmony and peace within oneself. So your child is not only going to be someone who loves the home, loves to stay close to those whom they love and wish to remain by, but also they have an understanding and a mastery of themselves. They could likely be a master life path, either 9, not a master number, or perhaps a 22 life path, a 33 life path, maybe a 7 as well. Either way, highly intuitive, highly intelligent, and highly spiritually developed. And they embody a lot of loner energy, but that's okay because they're at peace with themselves, with those they love, and with their astral self. So don't be afraid of your child if they choose to play alone, if the teacher phones you and says, hey, little Jimmy or Rebecca, they like to play alone. Don't be so concerned because they have so much within them that they're not in need necessarily of others like more social, more fire sign, air sign children may be. So if you like the intensity of this 3-card reading, again, click the link down below. You chat with one of our students. You pick 3 cards and you ask your question in the reading live. And then we'll send you a free birth chart too. Just check that out if you're interested, but we have 6 more cards to go. Ah, the Devil. Number 15 in the Major Arcana, 5 plus 10. So what is 15? 1 plus 5. When you reduce to numerology, 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 is the number of family. So your child will be concerned with providing a higher level of material satisfaction, material goods to their family. They will want to have a good job, will want to have a steady source of income, and it may be easy to conflate this desire for material prosperity with being shackled to their possessions as indicated by the Devil, but this is not the case. Your child merely wants to progress financially, to have a broad future, to have perhaps a nice house, a big house, a nice car, something along those lines. They will grow up with material desire, regardless of the financial circumstance of you, the parent, and your husband or your wife, whatever. That has no bearing on them. Rather, they are so at peace with themselves that they understand a broader material context, a higher standard of living, is something that's going to bring joy to others and therefore joy to themselves. The Hierophant, upright. 5 in numerology. 5s in numerology are always very good looking. So your child will embody energies, physical manifestations of energies indicating that they are good looking. So if they're a man, they're going to be more handsome, perhaps more of a boyish look like Leonardo DiCaprio. If they're female, they'll likely encompass more of a natural beauty. Think Hedy Lamarr, think the stars of old as opposed to the fresh-face American teen beauty like Megan Fox. They'll also be excellent with their words to the point where you may think they even manipulate others for their own material gain. But that's not likely the case. It indicates to me that this child will likely occupy a position of sales, whether that's something in the more masculine-dominated area like construction for the boys or the more feminine beautician, esthetician style area for the girls. They will know what to say, when to say, and they will use that to their material advantage. So there's no need to worry about your child handling themselves in that capacity financially, or how they're perceived by the world, because they'll have both the beauty, the brains, the self-love, the inner peace, and the material desire to push them really hard through the world. Of course, here we draw the Page of Swords, indicating a youthful energy, of course. No matter what age your child gets to be, they will always embody that childish playfulness, and that will come in the form of verbal jabs, verbal jokes. They'll always be quick to poke at people. Remember, this is the Hierophant here. They're not afraid to use their verbal skill, their verbal alacrity, their verbal clarity, their verbal IQ. Think of the comedian. They won't be afraid to portray the role of the comedian, even if it offends others a little bit, because I think we can all agree everything today is a little bit too offensive. Temperance reversed. Number 16 in the Major Arcana. 1 plus 6 is 7. 7 is the number of intelligence and numerology. So we have here a child that, for all their intelligence, for all their brains, for all their verbal alacrity, they may demonstrate mistakes, they may misjudge a scenario, and as a result act rashly, and it may be to their detriment. So they may make mistakes, which obviously they're human, we're all prone to making mistakes, but it's fortunate that they have such a solid foundation, not only in their own ability, but in their family, in their mastery of self, that any setback they make will not keep them down long. It's merely a stumble on the track, but they already have such a significant lead. They're going to win. They might just lose a second on their time. Again, the Eight of Wands embodied heavily in the Page of Wands. Your child will not go far from home. They have no desire to travel. They love where they're born. They love where they grew up. They love where they live. They love those around them. Zero desire to travel. Not much of a desire to travel. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially today. Perhaps they won't have the opportunity to travel if Corona continues, if quarantine continues. If things continue along the way they're going, this could merely be a reflection of the world at large and the circumstance we find ourselves in. Perhaps maybe they want to visit Hawaii or travel or go somewhere a little bit, but even now, with the appearance of fortune reversed, Lady Fortuna shows us her cards in the opposite of normal interpretation. So there may be a little bit of reversal of fortune in your child's life. Although I believe that this comes here, Temperance links directly here with Fortune, both being Major Arcana cards. I believe that Temperance is trying to tell us that though they will make these mistakes, and Fortune says they will continue to make these small mistakes, but they have such a solid foundation down here and in the rest of their life that this is effectively telling us that they have so many abilities, so many gifts, though they are human just like the rest of us. So I would say, Green Aventurine, that this is a tremendous reading for your child. Extraordinarily impressive young man or woman you will be raising. And once more, grab that free 3-card reading link down below. Hit that subscribe button. And again, I can't stress the 3-card free tarot reading. Grab it down below. Click on that link down below. I'm Spencer with Tarot Academy. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic day, and best of luck to your future child. So again, isolation and wisdom. I'd spoken about here and here, as well as over here and here, how they like to be alone. All right, pink quartz, pile number 2. How nice. Let's begin looking at the attributes of your future child. Oh, screwed up my accordion. That's all right. Let's look at what your child's going to be like. Your toddler, he could be a toddler right now. He, she, doesn't really matter. We're going to do a 9-card spread because 9 is, of course, the number of completion in numerology. I myself am a 9 life path. And we're doing it this way because we're trying to run the gamut of their entire life, your child's future. what your child will be like. You know, we're trying to map their soul is what we're trying to do. Map their experience on the physical plane. Sorry, my cat is just biting the hell out of my feet. We're going to see what the deal is. No, go away. Go away. Oh my God, go away. Okay, sorry. Anyway, I'm back. Now, your child. By the way, this isn't gender specific either. If this was maybe like 150 years ago, maybe I would have to do a gender specific one. Oh, well, your kid's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's not an idiot. This just means in the context of the first energy, a childlike energy. They approach everything with an open mind. They like trying new things. They like doing new things. They say yes to everything, within limits, of course. It's a positive attribute. They likely love animals. So if you don't have a dog or cat, a pet, whatever, if you don't plan on getting one, you better get one because they want one. So, the Fool is the energy of the first card. Incidentally enough, it's 0, the Fool. So there's no numerological reading for this. And pardon the noise, it is just quite the thunderstorm outside at the moment. But let's see what else we have. The Sun reversed. They're likely going to give you a couple sleepless nights. Without a doubt, at least a few sleepless nights. Typically, the Sun reversed indicates someone who is a little bit more nocturnal. Perhaps they like to stay up late, work through the night, etc. This is a high-energy person. Your child's going to be extraordinarily high energy. And a further love of animals. You can see here another child. The Fool, by the way, is extraordinarily young. But another child, another animal. Interesting. We have 2 animal cards in a row here. So, let's continue. Oh, the 5. Loner energy here. 5 in numerology is, of course, the card of beauty. So your child will likely be quite good looking. Male, female, whatever. Looks are definitely going to be an advantage for them in their life. But at the same time, they might be a little bit more emotional than other people. And it would appear that while they are optimistic and quite high on life, they also recognize their entire emotional gamut and perhaps attempt to reject sides of themselves that they don't yet understand. And as a result, they could become pensive and brooding, as well as, for lack of a better word, self-isolationists. Now, this is a very powerful 3-card mini reading just on the state of your child alone. If you want a free 3-card mini reading, you can click the link below. You chat with one of our students, ask your question, pick 3 cards in the chat, and then if you leave your birth date, we'll give you a birth chart reading with that as well. That's completely free, link down below. But if we can give that much information on your future child or your child's future with just 3 cards, imagine what more detail we can get in with the next 6. Oh boy, the 8 of Swords. Alright, so karma reversed. Nothing binds this child. Nothing binds this child at all. So we have, of course, an individual, woman, blindfolded, bound, at low tide, surrounded by knives, surrounded by swords. And of course 8 is karma. 8 doesn't matter which way you look at it, it's looping. 8 also represents infinity. So we have here your child will not let the opinions of others, the thoughts of others, the feelings of others, society's norms, the economy's norms, all of these external factors, your child will reject. They will reject them. It's not a rebel without a cause energy necessarily. Rather, it is a strong independence. Remember, they never say no to things. They're late at night. They're nocturnal as hell. I mean, they don't need much sleep. They are emotionally broad. Their emotions, their energies run the entire gamut. But they're in charge of themselves, and they prefer the company of themselves and their thoughts. And as a result, they're just easily capable of rejecting everything else around them and that may affect them. Unfortunately, here we go again. Reading tarot for so damn long, you just know what's coming next. It's that psychic interpretation of the deck, but we have here the Two of Cups reversed. So I had stated here that they were likely going to reject others, and that they were loner energy, indicated again by the Fool. Here's that loner energy. This is the loner energy we're present. They're rejecting others' relationships, shunning others' relationships, the Two of Cups here. Not terrible energy, not the best, but we have 4 more cards to draw here, so we can get a broader scope of what they're going to be like. Okay, well. The Nine of Swords reversed. So again, this ties in with the Sun, and of course, when I place it, it sits above the Sun. Here I spoke of their nocturnal nature. This is heralded again by their nocturnal nature. They reject sleep. Upright, this would be a nightmare card. Reversed, nope. They prefer to work at night. Don't be surprised if they sleep all day, work all night. I don't know exactly what this means yet. It's still contextual. But again, this is a 9 card reverse. 9 is completion. However, it's also a hidden 6. 6 is the number of family in numerology. So your child obviously loves you, obviously loves his family, her family very much, and will likely strive to spend as much time with you and with them as possible. The Seven of Swords. So this is a mischievous card, a scallywag card. 7 in numerology is, of course, indicative of intelligence, so your child's going to be very intelligent, undoubtedly. But this intelligence leads them to manipulate others. So if they're a girl, they're likely going to become a gossip girl. If they're a boy, they're likely to strategically withhold information or plant falsehoods, little lies, to manipulate situations to suit them. Now, this, of course, is not necessarily... Oh, pardon me, you hear that thunder? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's not necessarily a bad thing, this Seven of Swords energy. It really isn't. It's not, it's just mischievous. That's all it is. They will likely grow out of it as they mature, but for the time being, you know you love them. You'll make it work. You'll bear with them. Oh, here we go. Here's my card, the 9, the Hermit, the 9 life path. So again, isolation and wisdom. I'd spoken about here and here, as well as over here and here, how they like to be alone, how they like to be isolated, how they prefer the company of themselves. I spoke how they were intelligent. The Hermit is the loner. The Hermit is the opposite of the Fool. The Hermit is intelligent, and he is alone. He is not a social butterfly idiot like the Fool. It's a good card to have in any reading, the Hermit. A very, very good card to have. Your child is blessed to have him in his reading. That's for certain. A card of sport. The 5 of Wands. So again, another vanity card, but also a card of competition, of jest, of conflict. So I do believe that your child will go out for physical sports, whether that's soccer, hockey, football, American or European, perhaps volleyball. I would typically say baseball is the likely choice, though, given the presence of the wands and the relation to a baseball bat, though perhaps a hockey stick. So, you are to be congratulated. You're developing a future loner, good-looking loner, but intelligent, and, like sport, is emotionally aware. There's a lot of positive things here. And of course, as your child grows older and develops, they will reinforce and detract certain aspects of what is portrayed here. But I would certainly say that they're going to go on to live fulfilled lives and prosper at that. So if you like this reading, Pink Quartz, please give me a like and subscribe. Hit that link down below, grab that free 3-card mini reading. Free birth chart too, which you can use for your child if you want. Just put their birth date in. It's been a pleasure. I thank you so much and have a fantastic day, Pink Quartz. But because of this mastery of success and the trials and tribulations of the past that either occur during the child's life or have occurred in a past life and as a result are imbued in the memory of their soul, they have red jasper. You ready to roll? Let's see what is in store for your future child. See what their future holds. We're going to be doing a 9-card spread. 9 in numerology is, of course, the number of completion. I myself am a 9 life path. So let's see what your child has in store for them. Male, female, boy, girl, whatever, doesn't matter. We're going to see what their future holds. I'm going to try and get a complete picture of their life as it progresses and the world around them. So you could, in effect, consider this a 100-year spread. I don't do these very often, that's for sure. But if you want to learn more about it, there's a link down in the description below where you can get a free 3-card mini reading. You ask your question in the chat, you pick 3 cards, and then you leave your birth date or your child's birth date. We'll do a birth chart as well. I will interpret your pick, and we'll send you that information shortly. But for now, we've got some good energy going on. The energy of the sportsman. The athletes. Your child is going to be very passionate about sport. We have here the rod, usually indicative of some sort of sport involving a tool like baseball, a stick like hockey, perhaps pole vaulting, javelin. Oftentimes I have found that when this card is drawn, people do have a resonance with volleyball, oddly enough. I don't know why. I have no idea why. But that could also be the case. So, again, this is a bit contextual, but it's safe to say that your child will go out for sport. Ooh. This is definitely a card of context. The Empress reversed. But it could also indicate a little bit of tension between you as the child's mother and your son or daughter. Perhaps you become overbearing. It's likely that they may feel smothered, as indicated by the position of the Empress's hand above her womb. That could certainly be it. Remember that perhaps your child may need a bit of privacy every now and then, or not even privacy, just solitude. Interesting. Again, contextual, heavily contextual. We'll need to see. Okay. That's the Queen of Swords reversed. So, I think you're rushing to conclusions here, Mum. Your child is high energy, which is why I spoke so early of sport, and they're going to want to do their own thing a lot. They're going to be really independent. The horse here is emblematic of their life, and they themselves are masters of their life. There might be a master number. Their life path might be an 11, 22, or 33, or perhaps a 1, a leadership energy, as indicated by the presence of the wand there. There's a lot to unpack with that, but either way, it's going to hurt you. You're the Queen of Swords reversed. You feel as though your child's behavior, it hurts you. Now, this is a natural feeling, of course. I understand that, but at the same time, the only way to rectify it and make things better is to give your child the space that they crave, the space that they feel they deserve, and to a limited extent are entitled to, but also the freedom to choose their own path. Oh, this is pretty heavy. I'm glad we have 6 more cards, because, again, click the link down below for that free 3-card mini reading, but, I mean, there's a lot packed into just 3 cards. Like, you can ask whatever question you want. There's a hell of a lot of energy packed into 3 cards. Oh, the Lovers. So, first and foremost, this is a 7. Pardon me, a 6. 6 in numerology is the number of the family. So your child will love family very much. They will love their friends very much. They will likely have a high Cancer or Pisces placement in their chart, indicating a big heart, likely a Venus placement too. Big heart, lots of love. Not love in the hippie, make love not war sense. It can be easy to conflate the two given the nudity of the individuals depicted here, but rather a acceptance and a tolerance of those whom they care for. That's what love is indicating here. So again, you were feeling some type of way, for lack of a better term, as a result of your child's independent behavior here. It heavily impacted you with the Empress reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed. But it's unnecessary. These feelings are totally unnecessary because of the lovers, because of the universal love energy your child will demonstrate in the fourth card here. Okay. Star reversed. The 17th card in the Major Arcana. 17, 1 plus 7, that's 8. 8 in numerology is the number of karma. To see the star reversed, this is a heavily contextual card, but I do believe that your child will have some karmic atonement to do, perhaps. Now, what does that mean? I'll explain in a moment, assuming I'm not incorrect based on this being contextual. So let's see. Okay, that's not really what I wanted to see. The One of Wands. One of Wands. Now, I hesitate to proceed with my interpretation. I do believe that I should draw again, because I think the energy I feel here is that we're leading up to a heavily contextual 3, possibly 4, maybe even 5 continual cards here. I think there's a story playing out. That's the energy I feel here. If I was to just interpret this as heavy karmic retribution or something, and this as perhaps a negative physical incident, I don't want to do that yet. I don't feel that that's right. There we are. Okay, see, I was correct in waiting. Now, this is the 9 of Cups. 9's the number of completion. I myself am a 9 life path. This individual has total mastery over their emotions. Your child has complete mastery over their emotion. They know what they want. They know what they want to do. They know how to get it. They know how their presence affects others, especially indicated down here. Remember, independence created tension, but it's okay because your child knows love and how to show it, and that soothes all things. Now, how the 9 of Cups pertains to the Star reversed and the 1 of Wands, the Ace of Wands reversed, essentially, we'd be getting into some pretty advanced concepts here, something I kind of reserve only for paid readers, for paid readings, because, you know, if I do all this stuff for free, well, I won't have a job. I mean, this is Tarot Academy. I teach people how to read tarot and how to make a lot of money doing it. It's like, there's a reason I charge $500 a reading, because the interpretation for this here and how it leads up to the 9 of Cups, how these two trials, whether they're on the physical plane or in the astral plane or the laws of karma, it takes time to explain these things. So I'm actually going to leave these two be. I'm not going to bother, but know that these two experiences here lead to mastery, and these two experiences could have well occurred in a past life, in a past incarnation your child's soul has had. So we'll leave it at that for now. We'll continue the draw. Wow, the King of Cups. Again, I had told you here, mastery. Psychic connection with the deck never fails. True mastery. The King of Cups. Look at that Pisces energy. The fish. Water, sweet of emotion. Chalice, golden chalice, mastery of emotion. Crown, lord of emotion, mastery of emotion. This man, your child, male or female, is dominant over their mind, dominant over their subconscious, dominant over the hormonal puberty-like elements that control children throughout the pubescent years, you're going to see a lot of maturity. People are going to say, wow, are they really that age? They act like they're 30 or 40 and successful. But because of this mastery of success and the trials and tribulations of the past that either occur during the child's life or have occurred in a past life and as a result are imbued in the memory of their soul, they have choices to make. They have paths to go down, and they are unsure if they are being deceived. They are unsure if the path they are on is just. There is questions to be had, as indicated by the Two of Swords reversed. Notice how we reverse the card, and yet the woman here, she is blindfolded and her arms are crossed, each sword pointing a different direction. There is deception afoot here. But I do believe that your child, being a master of emotion, a master of self, will be able to ferret out this deception and move on to their destiny, to their final place of completion, as indicated by 9 and the mastery of the king. If you like this reading, please give me a like and subscribe. Check down below for that free 3-card mini reading, as well as the birth chart. And check out the channel. We've got a lot of other timeless pick-a-card readings. If you have a topic you want us to cover in the next pick-a-card reading, just comment down below. I'm always happy to read it. Thank you guys. I'm Spencer with Tarot Academy. I love you so much. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, well, I'll just sign off now. The 9 of Pentacles. Your child keeps their money and they keep their freedom. Congratulations on having a kid, getting a kid literally right out of you that does it all. That does it all. Hello, Black Onyx. All you daughters of Lilith out there. Again, with the energy of this stone completely draining me. It's not because it's the last reading in the 4 that I do, but rather it's just that Black Onyx just kills my fire sign, Sagittarius, 9 life path energy. It just punches me in the face every time. I don't know what it is. But anyway, we're doing a 9-card spread, completion in numerology. We're going to be looking at the entire gamut of your child's life, their emotions, their interests, possibly their career, whatever the spread reveals to us. And if you want a free 3-card mini reading, you click in the link down below. There is you chat with one of our students, ask a question, pick 3 cards, and then I'll interpret them for you. We get back to you. If you leave your birth date or your child's birth date, we can do a birth chart for them too, and understand exactly how the stars correlate to their future and their destiny. It's totally free. Just grab it down below. I do a couple of these a day, so sometimes we turn the link off, but just check down below. If you see the link, there should be space available. Anyway, I'm excited to see what your child's future holds. And it would appear it holds a bit of conflict. Holy shoot. Beautiful conflict, though, perhaps. The 5 of Wands upright. So 5 in numerology is beauty. So your child will likely possess a great degree of physical beauty. They'll be handsome if they're a man, pretty if they're a girl. And they don't shy away from conflict. So think of schoolyard fights, maybe a bit of bullying, dare I say. But this could also just indicate that they will play a contact sport. Perhaps lacrosse if they're a girl, or field hockey, or football if they're a boy. Something to that effect. They pick their fights, though. They pick their battles. They don't just rush in wantonly. Were this the Page of Swords upright, I would be concerned that your child just rushes in, guns drawn, no F's given, no thoughts given whatsoever. They just charge in like a youth with a sword. But of course, that's not the case here. This card is reversed, indicating that they pick their battles well. They know when a fight is just or unjust. They know when they will lose if they get entangled. They measure the consequences of intervening. They measure the situation Will they be able to get the ball across the line in the net? How will this affect the team, etc.? They do not rush into action. They do not rush into action. And of course, I had stated it was because they were intelligent. And here we go again, psychic connection with the deck. 7. Number of intelligence and numerology. There is your child, forget about gender, looking at its crops, looking at its harvest, thinking. Look at the thought. Heavy in thought this man is, as he examines his actions and the fruits of his actions, the results of his labors. I had stated down here prior, about 30 seconds ago, hopefully you're not a goldfish, hopefully you remember when I had stated that they weigh the options. Weighing the options. The results, the ends, the means, the conflict, the sport action, whatever, the thought. Weighing the actions. Quite an intuitive 3-card reading. I would dare say, grab that reading, click that link down below, grab that reading, because this is powerful right here. I would be very pleased if my own child was to receive a reading like this and only 3 cards. This would indicate to me that this is someone who will lead. This is a captain. This is an individual who is a leader, whether it's head cheerleader on the cheer squad or captain of the football team, whatever. Your child is demonstrating all the qualities necessary of leadership. And hard work while we're at it. The 8 of Pentacles. So it would appear that your child will work hard for their money, and they will succeed. And it's deserved. 8 is the law. 8 is the number of karma and numerology. It doesn't matter which way you twist it. What goes around comes around. Good, evil, yin, yang, etc. The 8 of Pentacles, of course, follows right after the 7 of Pentacles. So again, your child weighs risks, weighs reward, acts intelligently, and as a result, their hard work pays off. Here they are, planting the seeds of a brighter future. Here they are, reaping the rewards of that brighter future, yet they do not rest on their laurels. This 8 of Pentacles, this man is wealthy. This individual is wealthy. Your child will be successful, but they will never be content. Is that a good thing? Yes. Is it a bad thing? In some ways. It can lead to destructive behavior, but we have 5 more cards to draw. So I'm fascinated, Black Onyx, to see how your extraordinarily rich child turns out. The 1 of Pentacles. Remember how I stated leadership energy? Here's a 1 of Pentacles. Quite possible they go on to found their own business, or perhaps they go on to lead a successful company. Male or female does not matter. Remember, women excel in the workplace today just as men do. There are plenty of high-powered female executives, entrepreneurs, CEOs, whether it's Sarah Blakely with Spanx, or Oprah Winfrey with her own television network. There's a million different examples. Any of the women who are on Shark Tank, lots of women on Shark Tank. Very successful, your child. Material success comes easy to them, though they themselves prefer to shun the leadership position. Interestingly enough, the King of Swords reversed. So it would appear that perhaps they prefer the role in a more specialized department, leading a more specialized department. So rather than being CEO of an entire company or founding their own company, perhaps they pursue one division or one aspect of that company. Perhaps they pursue one branch in sales, whatever. They like to specialize a little bit more. That is why the King of Swords here is reversed. They don't want to restrict their talents to the general. They want to specialize in the singular. Remember, the 1 of Pentacles here. Now, this can be a bit contextual. Let's see what else we have here. The Magician. Okay, so what I just said holds strong then. So you hit the 8 above the Magician, the infinite loop, the karmic symbol. 1, again, leadership energy. So I do believe what I said here is 100% correct and further reinforced by the appearance of the Magician. Your child does not want to get bogged down in the more mundane tasks. If you're to look at this as a governmental body or cabinet, they don't want to be prime minister or president. They'd much rather be minister of economy or minister of the interior, some sort of specialization where they still lead a lot of people, but they do in fact answer to someone else at the end of the day, and that person is emblematic of the King of Swords. Okay, the Two of Swords. Very interesting. So they will deal with a fair amount of deception in their life. Look at the Two of Swords. Her arms are crossed, the swords are pointing in different directions, she is blindfolded, and she's upside down. There's a lot of crisscross energy here. A lot of different paths this person, this child, your child can take. And I do feel, though, that they are in possession of the qualities necessary to pick the best path, the best outcome. I think they know exactly what they're doing, even if at times you as a parent worry they might not. I think we're going to see... Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, well, I'll just sign off now. The Nine of Pentacles. Your child keeps their money and they keep their freedom. Congratulations on having a kid, getting a kid literally right out of you that does it all. That does it all. So, this is the wealthiest woman in tarot, the Nine of Pentacles. She's very rich, she's free. The eagle, the hawk there, represents freedom. She looks at her freedom while holding on to her money because she knows that money is freedom. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, One of Pentacles, royal cards, page cards. Just, we have, this is an enormously blessed reading, to say the least. Congratulations on effectively winning the lottery, but it's a human being and it has to grow up. So, Black Onyx, I'm Spencer with Tarot Academy. Click down below, grab that free 3-card mini reading, like and subscribe. Make my day on that, and don't hesitate to tell your child to give me some of the greenbacks. Seriously. I only get 500 a reading. I need as much money as I can. And that's a joke, by the way. I'm just teasing. But that mini reading down below is free, so grab it. I love you so much. Thank you very much, Black Onyx. Have a fantastic day.